Mandalorian. We've heard it seems like it's going to be one episode per premiere, so every week. So we're going to be probably doing those reviews one episode at a time, just because that's big appointment. You going to join us for that?
I would like to. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's maybe we'll try to do like that review, and then we'll plan other things on that day, like after 9 and stuff to record.
It'll be tricky, but I don't know. I don't like the weekly thing.
Yeah, the good thing is only 8 episodes, so not too bad.
That's true.
Yeah. So what do you think
when does that end?
Sometime either it's the 12th, so right before the new year, or right after, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think about? Yeah, it's gonna be going during episode 9. But yeah, what do you think about the trailer? This is our first look at it, like officially. There's been leaked stuff, but this is the first good look at it. What do you think?
Okay, so right off the bat, one I love like the poster and like just the look of the logo. It's really nice. Okay, there's a couple things. One, I feel like there's some characters in this trailer that I don't really know the full story of. Just some other people. I'm like, I've seen these people before, but I don't remember like their full story.
All the characters that are in this are all minor characters. There are people that I like. There's a robot in there. He's like kind of a version of like an IG-88 thing. Okay. There's no one of huge note.
The one guy from Rogue One, right? Or am I
No, because this takes place after Return of the Jedi. So this is not the Dark Times anymore. I
swear I saw Saw Gerrera. Is that not the same?
No, that's not Saw Gerrera. That's the guy who played Gus from Breaking Bad. They have a similar haircut going on.
No, I saw him. I thought there was anyway.
No. All the prequel era characters or OG characters, they wouldn't be in this because this is before Force Awakens. So yeah.
So, one, Jon Favreau, that gives me a lot of big hope for this. I like that he wrote it. I don't know, did he like direct these?
He's show running, so he's on set every day with direct. He's the Feige of the show.
Yeah, that's a good sign. That gets me really excited. Now, what gets me I don't want to say I'm worried or red flag, but what I'm getting major vibes from this was the same vibes I got from the Rogue One trailer, which was great. I love the Rogue One trailers. I thought that movie looked amazing. Before the movie coming out, you can go back and listen to these casts. I was like, this could be my favorite Star Wars movie. Yeah. It was most definitely not. It was my least favorite.
You fell asleep?
Yeah, I fell asleep. I really did not like the direction they took it. Every time I rewatched it, I've liked it less and less. Just a lot of useless characters, a useless story. Could have been dark, but it was just boring instead of actually dark. Mm-hmm. And I was getting like the same vibes that I got from not Rogue One, but Rogue One's trailer, which was like, okay, I like this. There's some mystery here. It looks a little bit darker. We got some characters we don't know about.
But you've been here before.
It looks mysterious, but I'm like, I've walked down this path before, and it didn't lead me well. So I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm worried because I honestly have a lot of faith in Jon Favreau to make something special here. Mm-hmm. So.
And I feel like it almost has to be. It's the first ever live action show, right? Like they gotta nail this one, because if they don't, people I think that kills the hype for other shows. Even Obi-Wan, of like, oh, that show really stanked, and her was just fine.
As for, I guess there isn't really any characters that I latched onto. Our main character, the Mandalorian, I guess.
He has no name right now.
Very much like a Samus Aran, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
That could be kind of fun. Like, I don't know
That's Pedro.
How much is okay?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So how much is this character like going to speak in this show? Is he going to be very quiet, reserved? I guess I'm fine with that if that's the direction I want to take with it. But yeah, I don't know. It looks. I would say I'm cautiously curious at this point in time.
Okay.
But I'm more excited for this than Obi-Wan.
Yeah, fair enough. I loved the trailer. I agree. Taylor, he wanted us to say that he loved it. The music was really good. It felt like Star Wars, but felt like something different, which is good, because I feel like with the spin-offs, we've all kind of said, oh, this part works, but then other than Taylor, he's loved them all. But there's been like Rogue One score really bothered me. I was not a fan. So I feel like it's hard because for decades, only John Williams did the music. You know, it's one guy, and he's one of the greatest composers, if not the greatest. So I like the music. The look was a lot better. Of course, because I'm a fan, I had to watch it. I watched the leak trailer when it came out, Star Wars Celebration, and me and Kyle, we were on the cast, we were talking about that the ships and the flying, they looked a little fan filmy, and we were a little worried. These effects look a lot better. So clearly that's the result of 2 months of work, and even more so. So that was my biggest concern, is I just don't want this to look like a really good YouTuber made it, you know, because we've never seen this before, and sometimes that can happen.
You don't want it to feel dumbed down, because that would take away from the Star Wars aesthetic.
Yeah. And I'm down for this show. I think it's just kind of almost what we talked about before, is like Obi-Wan, but this is different gunslinger. If he's not the last gunslinger, he's just a guy. He's a Red Dead Redemption. He's a John Marston. He's a bounty hunter. I think obviously he'll get linked into some main plot, but as of I think the episode 1 or 2 and what his story will be. It's just he's looking for bounties, cashing money. I love at one point they show his ship and he just has all these people carbonite and frozen. It just shows like all the people he's collecting. Like, and I like that we'll kind of get maybe a morally ambiguous character. Is he good? Is he bad? There's one moment where he just like uses his wrist like strap and he sends that guy into the door and it starts to close. I was very surprised that was in a Star Wars because that looked quite brutal for something they do. But
I think you really have to if you want it to really feel like he's a bounty hunter of some sort. You gotta make it a little more visceral.
Yeah, and I think, and that's something too that crime movies, bounty hunters, hitman, that always appeals to me. So I think that's why that's kind of talking to me. So I just think there's lots of potential. Same thing as Obi-Wan, and like you said, Jon Favreau, that's a good sign. I think there's lots of potential in the Star Wars world. What does a bounty hunter do? There has to be so many adventures you would go on, right?
And even like the bounty hunters in the OG trilogy, they had no development whatsoever, but they still looked cool.
Yeah.
They had that aesthetic. So the fact that they're going to like actually dive into that full force is pretty interesting.
100%, yeah.
I mean, Star Wars does a lot of that, just like general world building, or even just like, oh, that character in the background looks really cool. And I feel like now that character in the background is going to be like the main character. How are they going to spin that and make it interesting?
Yeah.
So
yeah, everything I liked from the trailer looked good, and it's not been confirmed, but the word going around is that there is going to be season 2, but the word going around that they might be filming in October. So clearly before it even comes out.
Season 2.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a show that's not going to be miniseries. They planned this on going for a while, so it sounds like Disney's happy with it. You got lots of great people. Dave Filoni, who did all the animated stuffs on this, Bryce Dallas Howard, Rick Famuyiwa, Taika Waititi. There's lots of really good talent.
Is he acting?
He's directing an episode and he's acting.
Cool.
There's that robot. I'm not sure he's the IG-88 kind of model. That robot that has the guns and he's like spinning around shooting. Taika voices.
That's a Taika line.
He voices that robot. So yeah, there's just if it goes wrong and if it's bad quality, I'm not going to, like, of course you blame Disney because they made that product, but they seem to be doing everything they can, like great actors, great talent, great directors, great writers.
I wonder, I mean, this idea even to make it like a weekly release, like one episode a week, like they're on some other level shit with that. I don't know what they're doing. Like that's clearly an experiment to see if they're going to do more of that on the streaming service.
I think it's just to keep people, right? Because you got to keep it. And I think they also want the way as like, I know you didn't watch it, but I think you would even feel when Game of Thrones came out that Sunday, there's just, that's what Twitter and the internet was talking about, right? I think they want their show to be that. I think every Tuesday or whenever it drops, they want that to be Mandalorian.
I guess just like, I was thinking since they have a, feature length movie coming out the next month, like, people are going to be talking about Star Wars enough, so I don't know. It will be interesting to see how the numbers are on that, what the reception of that is, and if they continue to do that, if they start doing that for Marvel shows. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah,
and I think that they if you look at something like Stranger Things, obviously
imagine if they get to a point where they have like just something releasing every single week, right?
Oh, I don't think it's far off. Those 2021
with
years.
How many properties are within Disney's umbrella? That could be a possibility, and that's like. They would just turn us into zombies. They'd turn us into robots who are just gobbling this up, going to work, and then just coming home and fucking eating this Disney content.
Oh, yeah.